Hey there, everybody. How you doing? Well, nope, I didn't start with fancy music or any kind of cool intros. I just want to share with you. Um, Probably asking why don't I just shoot a video and upload it, but I've tried. But in the immortal words, in another way, when a friend of mine said, "Screw it, it's live, it's on its way," I just decided to go ahead and share this with you live on all the platforms and then go on from there. Let the trolls do what they do. Let the people that understand hopefully get it. Anyway, why is a 50-year-old man home playing video games, streaming, while talking about taking care of his mom? Without getting back into the beginnings, because we'll share that stuff down the road. We'll expand on these stories, I hope. The main important right now is to share the why, I guess, and then get to the what. Basically, I have believed in the process of digital content delivery for a long time. Starting as a hopeful filmmaker, videographer, the only way to get your stuff out there was to maybe get it in a film festival or show it to some friends. From there, maybe get a distributor, or if you were lucky enough, get on a show and then be able to offer your content to that show, or sell a show, then YouTube. And that moved from sending videos to grandma to a lot more. And what should be even more. A lot of that has become, I mean, if you go back to my early Instagram, my first Instagram, I think, and I think my 2000, New Year's 2000 Twitter, I basically welcomed the digital age and jokingly hashtagged it Nostradamus. Seeing the fact that there was such an open avenue for the independent, what we would now have to call content, because it used to be the independent filmmaker, the independent video maker. Then I started the media creator. So basically, media producer. It gives us a lot of opportunities that weren't there before, that you all know now. That is going to expand, grow with all these changes. As things mature, other avenues will open, just like there's 8 platforms I'm streaming to right now. Where IRL right now is people walking around and going, there's lots of places IRL can go. Sky's the limit. And beyond. Anyway, I digress. I do that a lot. Talk a lot too. But anyway, what I never wanted to be is be in front of the camera. And that leads again back to what's up. Okay. Back in 2008 to 2010-ish, I really saw, okay, here it is, time to go. So I started putting my content up, started pushing towards that, started moving towards that. If you notice, actually, 2014, I believe it was, the pellet test video still gets 1,200 views a month, which in this world right now, big deal. Back then, meant a lot. And for it to 5 years later still get 1,000 views a month meant I was on the right track. Then I found out what I was afraid of for many years. My mom's dementia took over. There was no one to take care of her. And anything I tried to set up to take care of her didn't seem to. Combination of her stubbornness and others taking advantage. And her somehow going from being a very strong, independent person to someone that could be taken advantage of. So I stepped in both feet. As a matter of fact, the pellet test video I shot the weekend I was packing up to switch roles from working, living down in Florida and running up to North Carolina to check and figure things out, to then taking everything up to North Carolina and jumping down to do gigs. So there's kind of that mark. So anyway, I jumped into that, both feet. Almost had a nervous breakdown when I found out everything. I'm not going to get into all the details. Again, we'll share down the road. But the long and the short of it was, my dad had set my mom up so she didn't worry about anything. That had all been taken. The house had been put into refi and somehow was going to be gone. It was in a shambles as well. I had sent my retirement money. I had sent everything. I lived pretty much like a college kid my whole life, so I could send money up to either for her to use it or to put away. My dad died in 2000. So that was gone. So not only was I finding out that I was going to be starting over again at almost 50, I think I was 49 at the time, but mom had nothing. There was nothing but state money, Social Security, dad's death benefit, and whatever VA I can figure out. Not enough to put her in a good place, and she didn't want to be in a home anyway. So I took her down with me and did what I expected I was going to do, which is why I never went to California or took off to Atlanta to chase Walking Dad or whatever, which was move her into my place, get back to work, get all the hours set up, and then I can do both until other things need to happen. Well, that happened faster than I expected. Pardon me, checking my mic. I always sucked at mic placement. Combination of home care workers doing the best they can, but not past their rules, and her stubbornness, she just wasn't doing as good. And I was constantly worrying about her. So I was doing half as good as I could do at work, and she wasn't doing as good as she could be doing. So I went to the guy who books me all the time. God bless you, John, for understanding. I do appreciate it. And I said, dude, I'm not delivering. And, I'm manic about being a good camera person. So I'm going to step aside, take care of her. Step aside, started taking care of her. Trained to be a home care worker. Read, took the classes, became certified, got the hours needed, and started taking care of her. You can check my Instagram /flcamera and see that, I have shared that along the way because of many reasons. But that itch, I love what I do. She told me when I was young, and people call me that stupid Polak, one day I'd find something that set my belly on fire, and I'd never forget, and I'd never look back. That's filmmaking, camera work, lighting, creating content, delivering it, figuring out that next thing. She's the one that kind of created that entrepreneurial spirit and the entrepreneurial fear, because almost everything went wrong, as well as that dreamer kind of think of something else. Dream of that idea. Hell, when you were little kids and getting 3 bears, she was reading to me King and Coots. And a story about a boy behind a mirror. I don't know what it was, but anyway, it might have been Narnia. Anyway, long and the short of it is, she taught me to dream. She taught me to strive. She taught me to not give up. She taught me all those things that your dads taught you. My dad went into the military at 16, so he didn't know how to be a dad. He thought, get a wife, kids, they met in the military, wife, kids, put them somewhere and go back to work. With the Vietnam War, so he got stuck in Okinawa. Mom raised me. Without getting into the specifics, I saw my mom attack a cop when the cops were doing the wrong thing during the Liberty Town riots. My mom punched out my dad when he slapped her. My mom ran businesses. So she taught me to strive, dream. My dream is filmmaking, sharing. And now that this is happening, I'm sharing the content. I couldn't really sit down and put my head together to kind of tell the caregiver story, because I don't know, there's part of me that wonders, does anybody give a damn? Kind of like right now. But I wanted to get back into gaming, and I found it stress relieving. And then I wanted to learn to stream, because I figured, well, you know what? I'm not going to be taking care of it forever. And these last couple months have very much proven that. And when I do re-enter the working world, I don't want to just go sit behind a camera again, or start over again, or go, hey, I've been away, but here's a brand new film idea. So maybe somehow, some way I can utilize this technology, this delivery system, this ability to reach the world, to do these things, whether it's some different type of IRL. Not just, hey, I'm here and check this out and let's be annoying. Not to bag on any of that, because, man, you guys have done some awesome, cool, weird things. But what's next? That's what I want to be part of. In filmmaking, there's the possibilities of becoming interactive, getting back to the game thing. When I stopped gaming back in 2000-ish, focusing on filmmaking and such, gaming was still that way of escape. And then now when I started taking care of my mom, it became also a way of stress reduction. And possibly also combining ideas. So, streaming. I don't want to become a streamer. That'd be kind of neat. Wake up in the morning, pop on the stream. I'm not a young kid, I know that. I'm not a hot shit gamer. I'm no Stroud. And I'm no Dr. Disrespect. I'm nowhere in between. I'm me. But maybe I'm that independent filmmaker, content creator that might have something else down the road to share. So when you see me streaming or see me uploading a video about games, know that, yeah, that's the focus right now. But when I'm editing those pieces, I'm also figuring out, okay, here's where I drop in audio. Here's where I bring this up. Here's where I drop this in. Here's where I can drop in a piece of VO, voiceover. When it comes to this stuff, hey, you know, how can I utilize this light? How can I use, you know, this? How can I utilize this light to do this effect? You know, how can I use it to backlight a backdrop for something else? Maybe a fan film for one of these games. Whatever. My version of a streamer house is not the same as what is right now. But that's going off on another tangent. The main reason I signed on was to share some info that I've been trying to share for a very long time. I also think that my experience in taking care of my mom will help some other people down the road. I think there is a tsunami of healthcare needs for elderly coming. I'm the end of the baby boomers, the beginning of the Xers, 63. My mom, 1923, is the end of the traditionalists. Therefore, the entire baby boomer era is in between her, 95, and me, 55. And it's all heading your way and my way. I'm hoping that what I've learned, because there's all the information's out there, it's everywhere. And you don't know where to go, and you're so confused, and you just kind of want to just like curl up and get what you can get. And there's some things I've learned along the way. Some good, some bad. I'm going to want to share that stuff. So now, whether I'm sharing that during gameplay, whether we do a whole separate thing, I don't know. You tell me. What will happen, might happen, what might happen, will happen. But anyway, I'm going to cut this kind of short. 16 minutes ain't that short, is it? But anyway, what I just wanted to say is, I'm just not some 50-year-old dude that's trying to like be good with the kids and play games again. I'm along the lines of experimenting with this new thing while doing what I feel is right. And when she moves on, first, it's going to be very difficult. And I'm going to need to share this. I don't have family to share this with. Maybe some of you may become that family. It also may be hard just to jump right back into work. So maybe streaming might help bridge some of that gap. Whether it's sitting and playing a game, whether it's sharing some kind of news, whether it's doing tech tips and how-tos on independent filmmaking. Go to my playlist, Gorilla Without a Dime, if you want to know what I'm talking about there. I don't know. But I'm hoping to bridge that gap and then also expand that and not just go back to what I was doing or, roll the dice like a burger and throw everything into a new idea. I want to kind of figure out how to make it work and share with you and see what you think. So share your comments. I want to thank you for joining me. I didn't bring up chat because I wanted to focus on sharing what I got out. I hope I got it out. Please tell me. There's been a couple people I didn't shout out I wanted to along the way. Mike Lacey, you right off the bat, for telling me live many years ago. Those words stuck with me forever. It's on its way to Mars. It helps me through a lot of events. And to now, help me hit live instead of just trying to record again. Glenn, all your help with the computers and all your belief in me along the way. Thank you. Rebel, without you, bro, I wouldn't have stuck to it, and some of it I wouldn't have figured out. I really appreciate you, big time. And everybody else, I want to thank you for joining me. I want to thank you for joining me down the road. I want to thank you for maybe checking out this video later, for maybe following me on Twitch down the road or one of the other platforms. Subbing to the YouTube channel, getting it back up again, because I suffered the first apocalypse, the first YouTube apocalypse to jump back again, to circle back, was an algorithm that swept through and cleared out everybody. Now, the early, when DeFranco and stuff even brought it up, they were around to tell everybody, hey, you got unsubbed by accident, resub. That was right at 213, 214 when I was up there with Mom, and I didn't follow through. So I went back down to 1,000 Now I'm back up to 1,500. I'm not saying that to beg for subs. I'm just telling you. There is a lot to do. I have a lot to do. But I still have a very precious piece of cargo to take care of. And though she is very weak, and I don't know how much longer, that job will be happening. I'm going to need to share some things and progress back into, who knows, a whole different thing. Either way, I've tried to end this twice, and I'm going to end it now for real. Thank you very much for dropping by. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching this live or later. Thank you down the road. And I hope you join me in the rest of this journey and the next. And until next time, and this is why I say these things, have a great day. Better tomorrow. And if you're not doing what you love, go out and find it. See you next time. Not quite as heavy. And some gameplay. See ya.